Africa's Travel Indaba in Durban is expected to generate around 72.5 million rand in income for the city's economy. About 4,000 delegates are attending the largest tourism expo on the continent. Let's get an update from there, and we cross over to our reporter, Nosipho Mncube, who is there at the Indaba, and let's find out what's happening, how it's been. I know today, I think, is the final day. Nosipho, over to you. Good morning.
Indeed, Leanne, it is the final day of the Indaba. As you're seeing behind me now, it's quite empty at the moment. It has not been open to the public yet, but the Indaba did begin on the 3rd of May, as you have already mentioned, and will be concluding today with over 3,700 delegates in attendance. We understand that over 120 authentic products and services have been exhibited, with over 500 buyers in attendance and 19,000 confirmed networking between buyers and exhibitors, just to try and make sure that they are meeting the right people and making the right matchmaking and networking moments with some of these exhibitors. So we understand that this show from the MEC, Mr. Ravi Pillay, does contribute quite a lot to the tourism economy and the growth within the province, especially having seen what has taken place recently with the KZN floods. But I'm just going to bring in now the head of department in the tourism as well as the environmental affairs department, and that is Mr. Nosipho Mncube. Thank you very much for your time. Mr. Nosipho, the department has had high hopes with regards to the performance of the province, despite what has taken place recently with the floods, in hosting this exhibition. Just tell us about what you've seen so far as we have reached the final day.
Thank you, Nosipho. I must say that we are very excited. In fact, we have surpassed our expectation as a province, given what we have gone through. You may have seen, if you were here, from Monday, when people were registering. Of course, we had an event on Monday, and then we started on Tuesday. And this place has been buzzing. And I can tell you that even today, people will be coming in numbers, and people are excited. And I've seen some of the buyers having discussions with the sellers, and as you might be aware, that we expected almost 22,000 meetings, and we do hope that there will be quite a number of deals that will be signed here. We are very excited as the province.
Has the recent disasters in any way affected the turnout that you have seen this year? I know that this is not the first time that the province hosts this Indaba.
I wouldn't say really, of course, I wouldn't say that there was no impact, but there has been confirmations of people who will be attending, and those that had confirmed, they came in numbers, but one is not going to wish away what has happened to the province. And of course, people, some of them have been saying to me, no, we thought there is nothing given what they've seen on TV, but when they arrived here, they say, hey, no, but we are moving forward and everything is working like a machine, and I must say that we have done well as a province, and I just want to thank SAT and the colleagues in the province and the whole country for what we have experienced this week.
On the opening, Minister Sisulu did touch on some of the barriers that do get in the way of the tourism sector, one of those being infrastructure. I remember at some point as well, just when the lockdown restrictions were eased, the former Minister Mamoloko also touched on or called on sector players to try and encourage South Africans to travel domestically by, adjusting some of their prices, because South Africans are keen to travel. Have you identified this within the province? Have you had these conversations with some of the stakeholders and industry players?
Yes, it's part of the conversation that we've been having. I must indicate that as a province, we have introduced the township and rural economy revitalization strategy, and that has helped us to make sure that we encourage people to, as part of the domestic tourism, to visit areas, not only in this province, but in the country as a whole. So we want them to visit and know what is happening in this province, and this part of the ongoing discussions that we're having now. And we hope that the hotels will understand and know and review the prices so that people can have access.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nkontwana, who is the head of department, the tourism department. But we will be speaking a little later on about the effect that the disasters, for instance, have had on some of the SMEs within the area. We understand that on the 2nd of May, just before the exhibition was opened, there was an opportunity for the youth in the industry, as well as some of these small to medium businesses, to interact and get some sort of training, having dealt with what they've dealt with in the past, with the looting as well as the recent floods, as well as other sector players around the continent, as we know that this is the Africa Travel Indaba. But Leanne, we will be taking a break now.